Club 50 Sports right back at you. Right now, we are headed to the National Football League. Just a quick discussion regarding Moolah. You know, we all love it. And Brock Purdy is set to be in the final year of his contract in 2025. Um, we've got quite the question here. And Manny, I pose this to you. Should the 49ers commit to Brock Purdy long term?
I'm going to say no, Adam. Um, I don't care about what he did against the Bears yesterday, the lowly Bears who don't have a good defense. Um, I'm not extending this guy because this guy, in his last 16 starts, dating back to last year's to the Ravens game, is 8-8, and against the good teams, he's 6-10. Um, when he doesn't have Samuel, Ayu, Godzilla, which I like to call him Trent Williams, he's 6 and 10, Adam. So the roster is getting older, the 49ers that is. What makes you think that these guys are not going to get injured next season, 2025? So that means I have to pay you 60 million to put my trust in you at $60 million, and you're going to perform? You saw how he looked against the Bills the other day during Thanksgiving weekend? Didn't look all that good, my friend, in the snow. You know who looked great? Mr. Josh Allen. Josh Allen, whether it's cold, hot, humid, rainy, he's going to put up numbers, my friend. That's a franchise quarterback. That is a Goliath of a quarterback who you pay his money. But this man right here, I think Adam, he plateaued last year when he went to the Super Bowl with this roster. I think that's as good as it's going to get. Me personally, if the 49ers end with a top 10 pick in this year's draft, in next year's draft, I'm drafting a quarterback, Adam. I'm very sorry. That's the way that I'm going to go with this topic. What do you say, Adam?
I think it's very. I think they have to go about this strategically.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes and no. They should sign him.
Okay.
Um, yes, in terms of he still has one more year. He's going to be making $1.1 million. This completes his $3.7 million rookie contract, which of course we know he was the last pick in the draft. So less than $4 million is basically what they're paying this guy over this span. He plays for 1.5 million. I'm sorry, $1.1 million next year. In my eyes, don't re-sign him. Don't do anything. If he plays well in that year, still don't sign him to a long-term contract. Franchise him if he plays well next year.
Okay.
But you have to play this strategically because there's a lot of players that you're already paying or need to pay. You've got Debo, you've got Ayuk, you've got Christian McCaffrey if he's going to stick around, who they've already inked, so he's under contract. If Trent Williams decides to play, who knows? Because that guy is he's an old man but still playing at a very high level. So I feel like you put your team in purgatory, like the Cowboys have done when it comes to paying a quarterback $60 million, unless he's like the aforementioned Josh Allen, like you stated, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, um, Patrick Mahomes. You don't pay these guys $60 million. You can't look at the Jaguars. You cannot pay mediocre quarterbacks that type of money. You set your team into football purgatory for
Hmm.
years to come because you don't have the money to sign assets that can. Now, again, let me ask you this: who do the Kansas City Chiefs pay at the wideout position?
No one.
Nobody. You know
No.
why? Because Patrick Mahomes earns the money that he gets. He gets you wins. If Brock Purdy is not, if he Brock Purdy needs to rely on skill position players to get you wins, then he's not worth that type of money. That's why I say strategically play it. Let him play for 1.1 million next year. If he plays well, franchise him and then kind of feel it out from there. But I wouldn't go long term with him.
I am 100% with you. And it's like you said, let it play out next year. If anything, if 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 you don't see a quarterback that you like in next year's draft, okay, you know what? Let him play out the year and let's see how he looks like. And if not, if you like it, franchise tag him like the Redskins did with Cousins some years back. You could also go like that route, but you inking this man to a 60 year contract is mind boggling for
Yeah.
you to do that to your franchise, dude.
They, they,
It's
they,
just
they, they better not do it. I would say if you see a guy in this year's draft as well, fourth, fifth round, pick him up, let him be an understudy for Purdy. And hey, you know what? At the end of the 4 years after his rookie contract is done, at least you got a guy who got to like see and understand Kyle Shanahan's offense, and maybe he can take over for Brock Purdy once you either decide to continue forward, franchise him, or let him go. But I would say that they should draft a quarterback this year, fourth, fifth round, nothing crazy, but have a guy who you believe in sitting behind and just kind of watching Kyle Shanahan's offense, so he might be able to run it the next year.
yep. I agree with that for sure, 100%. Guys, let us know what you think. Comment. What should the 49ers do if you were a GM, guys? What will you do? Will you bring this man back? Or well, extend him or draft someone else to replace him? Let us know, guys, and Club 50 Sports will be right back.